Streets whisper tales, history breathes in stone, and where the charm of cobblestone alleys beckons you to wander endlessly. France is not just a destination. It is a living masterpiece, a fusion of art, culture, and natural beauty that captivates the soul and sparks the imagination. From the bustling boulevards of Paris to the serene lavender fields of Provence, each moment in France is a journey through time and emotion, promising unforgettable memories that linger long after you leave. As dawn breaks over Paris, the city awakens with an enchanting symphony of sights and sounds. The iconic Eiffel Tower stands tall against the soft morning light, a symbol of romance and innovation. Below, the Seine River gently flows, mirroring the sky's pastel hues, while artists set up their easels along its banks, capturing fleeting moments of beauty. This city, famed for its elegance and sophistication, is a treasure trove for explorers, whether you're savoring flaky croissants in a quaint cafe or wandering the grand halls of the Louvre, home to the world's most celebrated masterpieces. But France is far more than Paris alone. Venture beyond the capital, and you encounter a rich tapestry of landscapes and cultures. The rolling vineyards of Bordeaux produce some of the finest wines, their lush rows stretching as far as the eye can see. In the south, the sun-kissed shores of the French Riviera offer a playground for the glamorous and adventurous alike, with crystal-clear waters and charming coastal towns. Meanwhile, the majestic peaks of the Alps beckon thrill-seekers and nature lovers, promising breathtaking vistas and exhilarating outdoor experiences. History lives on in every stone, every monument, every whispered legend. Medieval castles guard ancient secrets. Gothic cathedrals inspire awe, with their soaring spires and intricate stained glass. And cobblestone villages preserve a timeless way of life. France's culinary heritage is equally legendary. Each region boasts its own distinct flavors, from buttery pastries in Normandy to aromatic herbs in Provence, from rich cheeses in Auvergne to decadent chocolates in Lyon. Throughout this journey, we will explore the wonders of France, uncovering hidden gems and celebrated landmarks alike. We'll delve into the stories behind the art, the culture, and the people who have shaped this extraordinary nation. Whether it's the romantic ambiance of Montmartre, the grandeur of Versailles, or the mysterious allure of the Loire Valley, France offers a mosaic of experiences that inspire awe and wonder. Join us as we embark on this unforgettable voyage, discovering why France continues to enchant travelers from all corners of the globe. Get ready to immerse yourself in the sights, sounds, and flavors that define this captivating land, a place where every moment is a flavors and sounds. Wonder, waiting to be discovered. Imagine stepping into a world where every sunset paints the sky with hues of gold and lavender, where ancient vineyards whisper tales of centuries past, and where the very earth beneath your feet holds the secrets of a timeless craft. Welcome to Bordeaux, the jewel of southwestern France, a land renowned not only for its stunning landscapes but also as the beating heart of the world's most celebrated wine culture. This chapter invites you to explore Bordeaux's vineyards, historic charm, and vibrant life, a place where tradition and innovation blend to create an experience that's as rich and complex as the wines it produces. Bordeaux's story begins long before its reputation as a wine capital was established. Once a bustling port city on the banks of the Garonne River, Bordeaux has always been a crossroads of culture, commerce, and creativity. Strolling through its historic center, you encounter elegant 18th century architecture, grand public squares, and narrow lanes alive with the hum of daily life. The city's harmony of old and new is reflected in its UNESCO-listed historic district, where centuries-old facades stand alongside modern cafes and art galleries, making it a vibrant hub for visitors and locals alike. Yet, it is the vineyards that truly define Bordeaux's landscape and soul. Spanning over 120 hectares, Bordeaux's wine regions form one of the largest and most prestigious wine-producing areas in the world. Here, the terroir, the unique combination of soil, climate, and human touch, creates wines of unparalleled depth and character. From the bold, tannic reds of Medoc to the silky, aromatic whites of graves, each bottle tells a story of passion and patience. Visiting a vineyard is like stepping into a living canvas, where the cycles of nature and the expertise of winemakers come together in perfect harmony. The pilgrimage to Bordeaux's vineyards often begins along the famed wine routes, where picturesque chateaux dot the landscape, surrounded by endless rows of grapevines. These estates, many centuries old, offer tastings that reveal the subtle nuances of Bordeaux's diverse grape varieties. Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, and Sauvignon Blanc. Walking through the vines in the crisp morning air, you can almost taste the history in the soil, feel the rhythm of the seasons, and appreciate the dedication behind each bottle. But Bordeaux's magic extends beyond wine. The city boasts a thriving culinary scene that complements its viticultural heritage perfectly. From bustling markets brimming with fresh seafood and artisan cheeses to Michelin-starred restaurants crafting dishes that celebrate local flavors, Bordeaux invites food lovers to indulge in a feast for the senses. Pairing a rich Bordeaux wine with freshly shucked oysters from Arcachon Bay or a slice of duck confit is an experience that lingers in memory long after the meal ends. As evening descends, Bordeaux reveals yet another facet of its charm. The riverfront comes alive with shimmering reflections, cozy bistros, and the laughter of friends gathered to savor the day's delights. The city's youthful energy pulses through its streets, blending seamlessly with its historic grace, making Bordeaux not just a place to visit, but a place to truly live and savor. In this chapter, we've only just begun to scratch the surface of Bordeaux's wonders. From the sprawling vineyards to the vibrant city life, from ancient traditions to modern innovations, Bordeaux stands as a testament to the enduring spirit of French culture and craftsmanship. It's a destination that invites you to slow down, breathe deeply, and immerse yourself in the art of living well. Prepare to journey deeper into France's enchanting landscapes, where every sip of wine and every step on ancient streets brings you closer to the heart of a country that has inspired poets, artists, and dreamers for centuries. Bordeaux is more than a destination, it's an experience, a celebration, a wonder. Imagine standing at the edge of the world, where towering cliffs meet the restless Atlantic Ocean, and the wind carries stories of ancient mariners and timeless legends. Welcome to the dramatic coastline of Normandy, a region etched deeply into history and natural beauty, where every wave whispers tales of courage, resilience, and renewal. This chapter invites you to explore Normandy's breathtaking landscapes, its poignant World War II heritage, and the charming villages that dot its fertile lands, revealing a France both powerful and profoundly moving. Normandy's rugged coastline is a spectacle of nature's artistry. The white chalk cliffs of Etretat rise majestically above the crashing waves, their iconic arches and needle-like formations inspiring artists like Claude Monet and writers such as Guy de Maupassant. Walking along these cliffs, the fresh ocean breeze invigorates the senses, and the panoramic views stretch endlessly, blending sea and sky in a perfect horizon. The sound of seagulls and the rhythmic pulse of the tide create a timeless soundtrack, inviting reflection and awe. Yet, Normandy is not only about stunning vistas. It is a land steeped in history. Most famously, it was the stage for the D-Day landings on June 6, 1944, a pivotal moment in world history that marked the beginning of the end of World War II. Today, the beaches of Omaha, Utah, and Gold stand as solemn reminders of bravery and sacrifice. Visiting the numerous memorials, museums, and cemeteries scattered along the coast is a deeply moving experience, offering profound insights into the courage of those who fought to restore freedom. The haunting silence of these sites contrasts with the vibrant life that now flourishes in the surrounding towns and countryside. Beyond the coastline, Normandy's inland landscapes are a patchwork of lush meadows, apple orchards, and quaint villages that seem frozen in time. The region is famous for its rich culinary traditions, particularly its apples, which give rise to delicious ciders and calvados, a distinctive apple brandy. Sampling these local specialties in a rustic farmhouse or cozy tavern offers an authentic taste of Normandy's heritage. The region's cheeses, including the renowned Camembert, further add to its gastronomic appeal, creating flavors that are both comforting and unforgettable. Normandy's architectural treasures tell stories of centuries past. The magnificent Mont Saint-Michel, rising dramatically from the sea, is one of France's most iconic landmarks. This medieval abbey, perched on a rocky island, has been a place of pilgrimage and wonder for over 1,000 years. Its narrow streets, ancient ramparts, and soaring spires evoke a sense of mystery and spirituality that captivates every visitor. Nearby, charming towns like Bayeux offer beautifully preserved medieval streets and the famous Bayeux tapestry, an extraordinary embroidered cloth that chronicles the Norman conquest of England in 1066. As the day fades, Normandy's countryside glows with golden light, and the gentle rustle of leaves mingles with distant church bells. The warmth of local hospitality invites you to slow down, savor traditional dishes, and connect with the rhythms of rural life. It is here, amid the quiet beauty and profound history, that Normandy reveals its true soul, a land of resilience, grace, and enduring wonder. In this chapter, we have journeyed through Normandy's breathtaking natural beauty and poignant history, discovering a region that balances the weight of the past with the vitality of the present. Normandy is more than a destination. It is a living testament to the strength of the human spirit and the timeless allure of the French countryside. Prepare to continue this voyage through France's diverse landscapes and cultures, where each region holds its own unique magic and stories waiting to be told. Picture a place where time slows down, where centuries-old vineyards stretch beneath endless skies, and where rolling hills cradle villages straight out of a dream. Welcome to Provence, the sun-drenched heart of southern France, a region famed for its vibrant colors, fragrant lavender fields, and a lifestyle that celebrates beauty in every detail. This chapter invites you to immerse yourself in Provence's enchanting landscapes, rich history, and the sensory delights that have inspired artists and travelers for generations. Provence unfolds like a living painting, its countryside awash with golden sunlight and bursts of purple from endless lavender fields that sway gently in the breeze. The scent alone is intoxicating, a natural perfume that fills the air and lingers long after the sun sets. Driving along winding roads, you'll discover sunflower fields that blaze like gold beneath the azure sky, ancient olive groves that whisper stories of the past, and vineyards that produce some of France's most exquisite wines. Every corner reveals a scene of rustic charm and timeless grace. But Provence is more than just nature's canvas. Its villages are treasures of history and culture, each with its own unique character. Towns like Gourdes and Roussillon perch atop rocky outcrops, their stone houses glowing warmly in the afternoon sun. Narrow cobblestone streets lead to bustling markets, where locals gather to sell fresh produce, handmade crafts, and vibrant bouquets of wildflowers. The lively sounds of accordion music and friendly chatter create an atmosphere of joy and community that invites you to linger a little longer. Provence's history stretches back millennia, from Roman ruins to medieval castles, reflecting a rich tapestry of civilizations that have left their mark. The ancient city of Arles boasts remarkable Roman amphitheaters and aqueducts, while the hilltop village of Les Baux-de-Provence captivates with its dramatic fortress ruins and panoramic views. These sites tell stories of battles and triumphs, of art and architecture that have endured through the ages. No journey through Provence would be complete without savoring its culinary delights. The region's cuisine is a vibrant blend of Mediterranean flavors, fragrant herbs like rosemary and thyme, ripe tomatoes bursting with sweetness, and olive oil that adds a golden richness to every dish. Whether enjoying a simple picnic of fresh bread, cheeses, and olives beneath a shady plane tree, or dining in a cozy bistro serving ratatouille and bouillabaisse, you'll find that Provence feeds both body and soul. The arts have long been intertwined with Provence's identity. It was here that Vincent van Gogh painted some of his most famous works, capturing the swirling skies and sunflowers that still inspire awe today. The region's light and landscape have drawn countless painters, writers, and musicians, each seeking to capture the essence of Provence's magic. As evening falls, Provence transforms once again. The sky blazes with the warm hues of sunset, and the gentle buzz of village life continues with open-air concerts, lively cafes, and the soft glow of lanterns. The sense of peace and connection to the land and its traditions makes Provence not just a place to visit, but a place to experience deeply. In this chapter, we've wandered through Provence's breathtaking landscapes and vibrant culture, discovering a region that celebrates life's simple pleasures with an extraordinary spirit. Provence invites you to breathe in its colors, tastes, and sounds, a timeless wonder where every moment feels like a cherished memory in the making. Imagine a city where every street pulses with the rhythm of history, art, and revolution, where grand boulevards meet hidden alleys filled with secrets waiting to be uncovered. Welcome to Paris, the timeless capital of France, a place that has inspired poets, lovers, and dreamers for centuries. This chapter invites you to delve deep into the soul of Paris, exploring its iconic landmarks, vibrant neighborhoods, and the irresistible allure that has made it one of the most beloved cities in the world. Paris reveals itself like a grand story unfolding with each step. The majestic Seine River winds gracefully through the city, its bridges connecting islands that hold treasures of culture and history. The Eiffel Tower, an iron lattice masterpiece, rises proudly, offering panoramic views that take your breath away. From its summit, the sprawling cityscape reveals a patchwork of rooftops, domes, and spires, a testament to Paris's layered history and architectural grandeur. Yet, Paris is not just about landmarks. It is about the people, the moments, and the atmosphere that create its magic. The streets buzz with life, artists sketching portraits along the Seine, cafe terraces filled with laughter and clinking glasses, and markets overflowing with fresh produce, cheeses, and baked delights. Each arrondissement has its own distinct personality, from the bohemian vibe of Montmartre to the chic boutiques of Les Marais. Every corner offers a new discovery. The city's cultural wealth is staggering. The Louvre, home to the Mona Lisa and thousands of other masterpieces, is a sanctuary for art lovers. Nearby, the Musée d'Orsay showcases impressionist treasures, capturing light and emotion in ways that forever changed art history. Theater, music, and literature thrive here, with centuries-old cafes, once frequented by the likes of Hemingway and Sartre, still alive with creative energy. Paris's culinary scene is as diverse as it is refined. From Michelin-starred restaurants pushing the boundaries of gastronomy to cozy bistros serving traditional French fare, the city is a paradise for food lovers. Indulge in flaky croissants and rich espresso at dawn, savor decadent pastries in the afternoon, and dine on classics like coq au vin or escargot as the city lights twinkle outside. The Seine's banks are more than just scenic. They are a UNESCO World Heritage Site where lovers stroll, friends gather, and artists find inspiration. As night falls, Paris transforms yet again. The city's landmarks glow in golden light, jazz clubs come alive with soulful melodies, and the sense of romance and possibility fills the air. In this chapter, we've only begun to scratch the surface of Paris's allure. This city is a living poem, a mosaic of history and modernity, a place where every visit writes a new chapter in your own story. Paris invites you to lose yourself in its charm and find yourself in its endless wonders. Imagine a land where towering mountains meet pristine lakes, where snow-capped peaks glitter under the sun, and where nature's grandeur invites adventure and awe at every turn. Welcome to the French Alps, a majestic region that stands as one of Europe's most breathtaking playgrounds, offering a perfect blend of exhilarating outdoor activities, charming villages, and stunning landscapes. This chapter invites you to discover the wonders of the French Alps, where every season paints a different but equally mesmerizing picture. The French Alps stretch across southeastern France, forming part of the greater Alpine mountain range that spans multiple countries. Their rugged peaks soar skyward, including Mont Blanc, the highest mountain in Western Europe, This region has long been a magnet for adventurers and nature lovers. Whether you're drawn by the thrill of skiing and snowboarding in winter or hiking and mountain biking in summer, the Alps offer an unparalleled connection to the natural world. Winter in the French Alps is a wonderland of sparkling snow and crisp air. World-renowned ski resorts like Chamonix, Courchevel, and Val d'Isère attract visitors from across the globe, promising perfectly groomed slopes, cozy mountain chalets, and lively après-ski scenes. Whether you are a seasoned pro carving down challenging runs or a beginner taking your first lessons, the French Alps provide an unforgettable experience on the snow. Beyond skiing, there are opportunities for snowshoeing, ice climbing, and even paragliding, thrilling ways to embrace the winter landscape. As the snow melts, the Alps transform into a lush paradise for summer exploration. Trails weave through alpine meadows dotted with wildflowers, leading to crystal-clear lakes perfect for swimming or simply soaking in the peaceful surroundings. The region's charming villages, such as Annecy with its Venice of the Alps canals, offer delightful places to rest and enjoy local cuisine. Fresh mountain air fills your lungs as you savor dishes like tartiflette and raclette, rich with melted cheese and warming spices, perfectly complementing the alpine ambiance. The French Alps are also steeped in history and culture. Traditional wooden chalets and stone churches tell stories of mountain life that has endured for centuries. Festivals celebrating folklore, music, and seasonal traditions bring communities together, offering visitors a glimpse into the rich heritage of the region. The Alps have inspired countless artists, writers, and photographers who have sought to capture their dramatic beauty and spirit. Nature lovers will be enthralled by the diversity of wildlife here, from ibex and marmots to golden eagles soaring overhead. National parks like Écrins and Vanoise protect these ecosystems, inviting hikers to explore pristine wilderness areas where the silence is only broken by the gentle rustle of trees and distant bird calls. As evening falls in the French Alps, the sky erupts in vibrant colors, casting a warm glow over the peaks and valleys. The peacefulness of mountain life settles in, inviting reflection and gratitude for the day's adventures. Cozy fireplaces, hearty meals, and star-filled skies create moments of tranquility and connection. In this chapter, we've journeyed through the French Alps' breathtaking terrain and vibrant culture, discovering a region that offers both adrenaline and serenity, tradition and innovation. The French Alps beckon those who seek to experience nature's grandeur in all its forms, a true wonder of France. Imagine walking through a living fairy tale, where majestic castles rise above rolling green hills, their stone walls whispering secrets from centuries past. Welcome to the Loire Valley, often called the Garden of France, a region of elegance, romance, and grandeur. This chapter takes you deep into the heart of the Loire, where châteaux, vineyards, and riverside towns weave together a landscape so enchanting it feels like stepping into another era. The Loire Valley stretches across central France, following the gentle curves of the Loire River. Its fertile lands have long been the playground of kings, queens, and nobles, who left behind an extraordinary legacy of castles and gardens. Here, history is not just preserved, it's alive, breathing through the stone archways, mirrored in the still waters of moat and river, and echoed in the rustle of leaves along tree-lined avenues. The Châteaux are the soul of the Loire Valley. From the fairy tale turrets of Château de Chambord to the graceful arches of Château de Chenonceau, each is a masterpiece of architecture and storytelling. Chambord, with its double helix staircase said to be designed by Leonardo da Vinci, stands as a symbol of royal ambition and grandeur. Chenonceau, spanning the river Cher, tells a more romantic tale shaped by the women who built, loved, and defended it. Walking through their grand halls, you can almost hear the footsteps of the past, the echoes of banquets, and the whispers of court intrigue. Beyond the castles, the Loire Valley blooms with life. The region's gardens are a celebration of artistry and nature, meticulously designed to delight the senses. At Villandry, geometric patterns of flowers and vegetables create a living tapestry, changing colors with the seasons. In spring and summer, the air is filled with the scent of roses, lavender, and jasmine, mingling with the distant sound of fountains and birdsong. The Loire Valley is also a land of vineyards, producing wines as varied and captivating as the landscape itself. From crisp Sauvignon Blancs of Sancerre to the lush Chenin Blancs of Vouvray, each sip captures the essence of the terroir. Visiting a local winery offers not just tastings, but an intimate look into traditions passed down through generations, where passion for the craft is as important as the wine itself. Life along the Loire River flows at a gentle pace. Charming towns like Amboise, Saumur, and Blois invite you to wander their cobbled streets, explore bustling markets, and enjoy leisurely meals at riverside cafes. The connection between the river and the people is undeniable. It has been a source of trade, inspiration, and beauty for centuries, shaping the identity of the region. As the sun sets, the castles and towns take on a magical glow, their reflections shimmering in the calm waters of the river. The Loire Valley becomes a dreamscape, a place where the past and present merge seamlessly. Lantern-lit gardens, evening concerts in castle courtyards, and the soft murmur of the river create moments that linger in your memory like cherished treasures. In this chapter, we've explored the Loire Valley's harmonious blend of nature, history, and artistry, a place where every stone, every vine, and every garden tells a story of love, power, and beauty. The Loire Valley is not just a destination. It is a living testament to the splendor of France's heritage, inviting all who visit to step into its timeless wonder. Imagine a coastline bathed in sunlight, where turquoise waters lap gently against golden beaches, and palm-lined promenades sparkle under a sky of endless blue. Welcome to the French Riviera, or the Côte d'Azur, a glittering jewel of southern France that has captivated artists, celebrities, and travelers for generations. This chapter invites you to explore the Riviera's glamorous cities, hidden coves, and Mediterranean magic, where every moment feels like a scene from a dream. Stretching from the Italian border to Saint-Tropez, the French Riviera is a playground of elegance and leisure. Its charm lies not only in its breathtaking beauty, but in the diversity of experiences it offers. One moment, you're strolling along the chic boulevards of Nice, savoring the gentle sea breeze and the scent of blooming flowers. The next, you're sipping coffee at a harbor cafe in Villefranche-sur-Mer, watching colorful fishing boats bob on the water. Nice, the unofficial capital of the Riviera, blends old-world charm with modern vibrance. The old town is a maze of narrow streets painted in warm ochres and reds, opening onto bustling markets brimming with fresh produce, lavender sachets, and local delicacies like saka, a crispy chickpea pancake that tastes of the sun. Along the famous Promenade des Anglais, the deep blue Mediterranean stretches endlessly, its waves glittering in the afternoon light. A short train ride away lies glamorous Monaco, a tiny principality packed with luxury yachts, haute couture boutiques, and the legendary Monte Carlo casino. The blend of wealth, opulence, and old-world elegance is intoxicating. Yet, just beyond the glitz, serene gardens, cliffside walks, and panoramic viewpoints remind you that the Riviera's beauty is as much about nature as it is about indulgence. The Riviera has long been a muse for artists. In Antibes, the Picasso Museum houses works inspired by the town's radiant light and serene coastline. In St. Paul-de-Vence, a hilltop village lined with art galleries, the cobblestone streets echo with the footsteps of creative minds who came here seeking inspiration. The combination of vivid colors, gentle sea breezes, and warm sunlight has left an indelible mark on the art world. Of course, the Riviera is also a haven for those who love the sea. From the secluded coves of the Estro Mountains to the glamorous beaches of Cannes, there's a shoreline for every mood. Sailing trips offer views of the dramatic coastline, while diving excursions reveal a world of marine life beneath the surface. And when the sun begins to set, the horizon turns into a masterpiece of pinks, oranges, and purples, casting a magical glow over the water. Culinary delights here are deeply tied to the Mediterranean fresh seafood drizzled with olive oil, sun-ripened vegetables, and fragrant herbs like thyme and rosemary. Dining al fresco, with the sound of waves and the scent of the sea in the air, is a simple pleasure that feels luxurious in its own right. As night falls, the French Riviera sparkles in a different way. Twinkling lights from seaside towns reflect on the water. Music drifts from open-air terraces, and the soft hum of conversation fills the warm evening air. It is a place where time seems to slow, where each day feels like a gift to be savored. In this chapter, we've journeyed through the Riviera's blend of glamour, natural beauty, and artistic soul. The Côte d'Azur is not just a destination, it's a state of mind. A celebration of light, color, and life lived beautifully by the sea. Imagine a fortress rising out of the mist, its medieval towers piercing the sky, surrounded by ramparts that have stood for centuries. Welcome to Carcassonne, a city that feels as if it was plucked straight from the pages of a legend. This chapter invites you into the heart of one of France's most remarkable historical treasures, where stone walls whisper tales of knights, sieges, and centuries of human resilience. Carcassonne is unlike anywhere else in France. Perched on a hilltop in the Languedoc region, it boasts one of the most complete and well-preserved medieval fortifications in Europe. Approaching the city, you can't help but be awestruck by its sheer scale. Massive double walls stretching nearly 2 miles, punctuated by 52 watchtowers, all overlooking the River Aude and the rolling countryside beyond. The sight alone is enough to transport you back to the Middle Ages. Stepping through the city gates is like crossing a threshold into another era. Narrow, cobblestone streets wind between centuries-old stone buildings, while small squares host lively cafes and artisan shops. The air carries the scent of freshly baked bread and roasted meats, mingling with the faint echo of footsteps on ancient stones. Every corner of Carcassonne seems to hold a story, from secret passages to ancient wells that sustain the city during sieges. The history of Carcassonne is as rich as its architecture. Settled since Roman times, it became a strategic stronghold during the medieval period, witnessing fierce battles and political intrigue. The city played a key role in the Albigensian Crusade, a 13th century religious conflict that shaped much of southern France's history. Its impressive fortifications, restored in the 19th century by architect Eugène Viollet-le-Duc, stand as a testament to the skill and vision of both its original builders and those who preserved it for future generations. At the heart of the fortress lies the Châteaux Comtal, or Count's Castle. This stronghold offers sweeping views of the surrounding landscape and provides insight into the life of medieval nobility. Walking along the fortified walls, you can imagine sentries keeping watch over the horizon, ready to defend the city from invaders. The Basilica of Saints Nazarius and Celsus, with its stunning stained glass windows, adds a touch of spiritual beauty to the otherwise martial character of the citadel. But Carcassonne is more than a monument to the past, it's a living city. Its lower town, known as the Ville Basse, is a vibrant hub of modern life, filled with markets, shops, and cultural events. In summer, the city hosts a renowned medieval festival, complete with jousting tournaments, theatrical performances, and music that brings its history vividly to life. The surrounding region adds another layer of charm to the Carcassonne experience. Vineyards stretch across the sun-soaked hills, producing excellent wines that pair perfectly with the hearty local cuisine. Dishes like cassoulet, a slow-cooked stew of beans, sausage, and duck, reflect the area's rustic culinary traditions and are best enjoyed in the warm glow of a traditional restaurant. As night falls, the illuminated walls of Carcassonne glow against the dark sky, creating a scene of pure enchantment. The quiet of the evening, punctuated by distant laughter and the soft rustle of the wind, makes it easy to imagine life here centuries ago, a place where history was written in stone and courage. In this chapter, we've walked through the gates of Carcassonne and into a world of legend, discovering a city that bridges the gap between past and present. It is a wonder of France, where the spirit of the Middle Ages still lingers, offering every visitor a journey through time. Imagine a towering abbey rising from the sea, its spire piercing the clouds, as waves crash against the rocky island that has guarded it for centuries. Welcome to Mont Saint-Michel, one of France's most iconic and magical landmarks. This chapter takes you to this extraordinary island commune, where faith, architecture, and nature meet in a breathtaking harmony that has captivated travelers for over 1,000 years. From a distance, Mont Saint-Michel appears like a vision from a dream, a granite outcrop crowned by a magnificent Gothic abbey, surrounded by vast tidal flats that transform dramatically with the rise and fall of the sea. At high tide, it becomes an island, encircled by shimmering waters. At low tide, the sea recedes to reveal vast stretches of sand, creating a surreal and ever-changing landscape. This natural wonder has inspired countless legends and has long been a place of pilgrimage. Stepping onto the island is like entering another world. The narrow, winding streets are lined with stone houses, shops, and centuries-old inns that seem frozen in time. The climb to the abbey is a journey in itself, with each turn revealing new vistas of the surrounding bay. The air is filled with the mingling scents of sea breeze, freshly baked pastries from small cafes, and the faint hint of salt carried in from the ocean. At the summit, the Abbey of Mont Saint-Michel stands as a marvel of medieval engineering and devotion. Built between the 11th and 16th centuries, its soaring spires, intricate cloisters, and grand halls reflect the determination and skill of the monks who dedicated their lives to its creation. From the terrace, the view stretches endlessly across the tidal flats, a panorama of sea and sky that feels almost otherworldly. Mont Saint-Michel's history is as fascinating as its appearance. According to legend, the Archangel Michael appeared to Bishop Aubert of Avranches in the 8th century, instructing him to build a church on the rocky mount. Over the centuries, the site became a major pilgrimage destination, drawing travelers from across Europe. It also served as a fortress during times of war, its strategic position and formidable walls making it nearly impregnable. Life on Mont Saint-Michel is shaped by the rhythm of the tides, which are among the highest in Europe. The dramatic shifts between sea and sand add to the island's mystique and have made it both a place of beauty and danger. Local guides lead visitors safely across the tidal flats, sharing stories of shipwrecks, rescues, and the unique ecosystem that thrives here. The island's charm extends into the evening, when day trippers depart and the narrow lanes grow quiet. Lanterns cast a warm glow on the cobblestones. The sound of the waves becomes more pronounced, and the abbey stands illuminated against the night sky, a beacon of history and spirituality. Mont Saint-Michel is more than a destination. It is an experience that touches the senses and the soul. It is a place where nature's power and human ingenuity coexist in perfect balance, where every stone and tide tells a story of resilience and wonder. In this chapter, we have wandered through the timeless beauty of Mont Saint-Michel, a wonder that has drawn pilgrims, artists, and dreamers for centuries. It stands as a reminder of what can be achieved when vision meets perseverance, and as an enduring symbol of France's rich heritage. Beneath the golden light of the Mediterranean sun, a small stretch of France's southern coast shimmers like a jewel. Welcome to the French Riviera, or as the French call it, the Côte d'Azur. This legendary destination has been the playground of artists, writers, royalty, and celebrities for over a century. But beyond its glittering reputation lies a place where history, nature, and culture blend in a way that captures the soul as much as the eye. The first glimpse of the Riviera is intoxicating azure waters, so vivid they seem almost unreal, lined by palm-fringed promenades and pastel-colored towns clinging to rocky cliffs. The air is warm, scented with lavender, citrus, and sea spray. Here, the pace of life slows, inviting you to linger in open-air cafes, sip chilled rosé, and watch as the sun paints the horizon in hues of gold and crimson. From glamorous Cannes, home of the world's most famous film festival, to the elegant streets of Nice with its vibrant flower markets, each town on the Riviera feels like a carefully composed postcard. Monaco, the tiny principality wedged between France and Italy, dazzles with its grand casinos, luxury yachts, and the winding streets of its medieval old town. Yet even amidst such opulence, the Riviera retains pockets of serene authenticity. Travel inland and you'll find villages that seem untouched by time. Alsace, perched high above the sea, with its labyrinth of stone alleyways and breathtaking gardens. Saint Paul de Vence, a medieval gem that once drew Picasso and Matisse. And Grasse, the world's perfume capital, where the scent of jasmine and rose fills the air. These places tell a quieter story of the Riviera, one of artisans, farmers, and traditions passed down through generations. Nature plays its own starring role here. The coastal waters sparkle like liquid sapphire, inviting swimmers, sailors, and divers alike. Just beyond the beaches, the Alps rise dramatically, their snow-capped peaks visible even in the heat of summer. Hiking trails wind through pine forests and olive groves, leading to panoramic views that make you forget the world below. In spring, the hills burst into color with wildflowers, and in autumn, vineyards produce some of the region's most celebrated wines. But perhaps the Riviera's greatest magic is the light itself. It's the same light that drew painters like Renoir and Chagall, who came to capture the way the sun plays on the sea and dances across the terracotta rooftops. Even today, that light seems to soften time, making every moment feel like part of an endless summer. The French Riviera is not just a place to see, it's a way to feel a warm breeze through your hair, the taste of fresh seafood and crisp wine on your tongue, the sound of gentle waves lapping against the shore at midnight. It's a place where luxury meets simplicity, where every turn of the coast reveals something new and unforgettable. As our journey along the Riviera comes to a close, one thing becomes clear. This is not merely a destination for the wealthy or the famous. It is, at its heart, a celebration of life's beauty, a reminder that sometimes the greatest treasures are found where the sea meets the sun and the days stretch endlessly into the blue. Under a canopy of drifting clouds and golden sunlight, the Loire Valley unfolds like the pages of a storybook. Known as the Garden of France, this region is a land where rivers weave gently through rolling hills, vineyards stretch as far as the eye can see, and chateaux rise like fairy tale castles from the earth. But behind its serene beauty lies centuries of history, love, war, and art that shaped the soul of France. The first sight of the Loire River is mesmerizing, a wide, slow-moving ribbon of water reflecting the sky, flanked by forests and fields. The air here carries a certain calmness, yet whispers of royal intrigues, Renaissance splendor, and ancient battles linger in the breeze. It's a place where kings and queens once walked the same paths you now tread, where gardens were designed as living works of art, and where every stone wall seems to hold a secret. The Châteaux of the Loire are its most iconic treasures. Chambord, with its massive double helix staircase and hundreds of chimneys, is an architectural masterpiece born of King Francis I's grand ambitions. Chenonceau, arching gracefully over the Cher River, tells a more intimate story, one of queens and mistresses, of elegance and quiet strength. Amboise, perched high above the river, is where Leonardo da Vinci spent his final years, leaving his genius imprinted on France forever. Each chateau is not just a building, but a time capsule, a place where you can almost hear the echo of footsteps from centuries past. Yet the Loire Valley is not just about palaces. Its landscapes are as captivating as its history. Vineyards carpet the hillsides, producing world-class wines like Sancerre, Vouvray, and Chinon. Cycling paths wind through sunflower fields and sleepy villages, where life moves to the rhythm of the seasons. In summer, open-air markets burst with fresh produce, cheeses, and bread still warm from the oven. In autumn, the air fills with the scent of crushed grapes and wood smoke. This is also a land of legends. Locals speak of hidden tunnels beneath the Châteaux, secret meetings that changed the course of history, and royal romances that defied tradition. The river itself has its own stories, floods that reshape the land, misty mornings where the water seems to vanish into the sky, and sunsets so vivid they feel like the closing curtain of a theater. The Loire Valley invites you not just to visit, but to linger, to sit at a small cafe, sip a glass of crisp white wine, and watch the sun dip behind the towers of a centuries-old castle, to wander through manicured gardens where roses climb ancient stone walls, to follow winding roads that lead to unexpected moments of beauty, a hidden chapel, a quiet riverside, a field glowing with golden light. And perhaps that is the true magic of the Loire. It doesn't just show you France, it lets you feel France, its romance, its history, its deep connection to the land. Here, every scene feels painted, every breeze carries a story, and every moment becomes a memory you'll want to keep forever. Beneath the shimmering Mediterranean sun, the French Riviera glistens like a jeweled necklace along the southeastern coast of France. Known locally as the Côte d'Azur, this legendary stretch of coastline has been a magnet for artists, celebrities, and dreamers for over a century. But behind the glamour of yachts, red carpets, and opulent villas lies a deeper beauty, one carved by nature, nurtured by tradition, and infused with the spirit of endless summers. The first thing you notice here is the light. It's unlike anywhere else, a soft, golden hue in the morning, a dazzling brilliance by midday, and a fiery glow at sunset that turns the sea into molten gold. This light inspired painters like Matisse, Picasso, and Chagall, who captured its magic on canvas. The Riviera isn't just a destination, it's a living palette, where every hour paints the world in new colors. Nice. The unofficial capital of the Riviera is where the story begins. Stroll along the palm-lined Promenade des Anglais, where the turquoise waters of the Baie des Anges meet a pebble beach kissed by gentle waves. In the Old Town, narrow streets burst with markets selling lavender, olives, and fresh-baked pastries. Every corner reveals a burst of Mediterranean charm, ochre buildings, hidden courtyards, and balconies overflowing with flowers. Further along the coast lies Cannes, a city forever linked with the glamour of its international film festival. But beyond the flashing cameras, Cannes offers peaceful moments, quiet mornings in Le Suquet, the Old Quarter, or boat trips to the Ile de Lérène, where ancient monasteries rise from pine-covered shores. Here, history and luxury blend seamlessly, creating an atmosphere both timeless and indulgent. Monaco, though tiny, commands a presence far larger than its borders. The glittering Monte Carlo casino, luxury boutiques, and high-speed Formula One races showcase its modern allure, while the old town on the Rock of Monaco reveals its royal heritage. From the Prince's Palace, the view over the harbor is a tapestry of sleek yachts and deep blue waters. Yet, the French Riviera's soul lies not only in its cities, but in its smaller, quieter corners. The hilltop village of Alsace clings to the cliffs, its cobblestone paths winding through a maze of stone houses. From the exotic gardens at the summit, the view sweeps across the sea to the horizon. St. Paul de Vence, with its medieval walls and art galleries, offers a slower rhythm where you can sip wine in a sunlit square while listening to the clink of pétanque balls. Nature's touch is everywhere. The Estro Mountains, with their fiery red cliffs, plunge dramatically into the Mediterranean, creating hidden coves and secluded beaches. The scent of rosemary and pine fills the air along coastal trails, where the sound of waves blends with bird song. Out on the water, sailboats drift lazily, their white sails glowing against the deep blue sea. The Riviera is both a playground and a sanctuary, a place where the elegance of the French lifestyle meets the untamed beauty of the Mediterranean. It's where life feels lighter, the days stretch longer, and every moment holds the promise of something unforgettable. And as the sun finally dips behind the horizon, leaving the water shimmering in twilight, you realize the French Riviera isn't just a place to visit, it's a feeling you carry with you long after you've left its shores. In the heart of southwestern France lies a land that feels almost untouched by time, the Dordogne, where medieval castles crown rocky cliffs, prehistoric caves whisper secrets from tens of thousands of years ago, and gentle rivers weave through rolling hills like ribbons of silver. It is a place where history is not confined to books or museums, but lives in the air, the stones, and the very landscape itself. From the moment you arrive, the Dordogne feels like stepping into the pages of an ancient legend. The river, calm and reflective, meanders past golden-hued villages where ivy climbs up centuries-old walls and flower boxes spill with color. Small cafes open onto cobblestone squares, where the scent of baking bread and roasting duck mingles with the sound of church bells. It is quiet here, yet every stone tells a story. The region's crown jewels are its medieval fortresses. Castles like Baynac and Castelnaud stand as silent guardians over the valley, their towers and battlements once bristling with archers during the 100 Years' War. Climbing to their ramparts, you can almost hear the echo of clashing swords and see banners fluttering in the wind. From above, the Dordogne River glimmers below, winding past forests, farmlands, and villages that have changed little over the centuries. But the Dordogn's history stretches far beyond the Middle Ages to the very dawn of human creativity. In the Vézère Valley, caves like Lascaux hold astonishing paintings made by our ancestors over 1700 years ago. Horses, bison, and mysterious symbols are rendered with a mastery that still baffles scientists today. Standing inside these ancient chambers, you feel the connection to humans who lived and dreamed in a world vastly different, yet emotionally so familiar. Life here moves at a different pace, shaped by the rhythm of the seasons and the generosity of the land. The Dordogne is famous for its cuisine: foie gras, truffles, walnut tarts, and slow-cooked duck dishes that have been perfected over generations. Farmers' markets are a feast for the senses, with stalls piled high with fresh produce, fragrant cheeses, and bottles of deep red wine from nearby vineyards. As the sun sets, the golden light bathes the valley in warmth, casting long shadows across the riverbanks and making the stone villages glow. It's a moment of pure tranquility, the kind that reminds you why people here have cherished this land for centuries. In the Dordogne, you don't just observe history, you live inside it, surrounded by the beauty of a France that has remained unchanged in its soul. There is a moment, when your journey through France draws to a close, that you realize this country is more than a destination. It is a living mosaic of history, culture, and beauty. Every corner you've explored, from the dazzling Parisian boulevards to the quiet stone lanes of ancient villages, has been a chapter in a story that feels both timeless and deeply personal. France is not something you simply see. It's something you feel, in the beating heart of its cities, in the whispers of its countryside, and in the echoes of centuries that linger in every stone and shadow. In the north, windswept cliffs guard the haunting beaches of Normandy, where history's most decisive moments unfolded. In the east, the vineyards of Champagne and Alsace weave a tale of craftsmanship and tradition that has been perfected over generations. To the south, the lavender fields of Provence seem to stretch endlessly under a golden sun, their fragrance carrying on the warm breeze like nature's own perfume. And in the west, the wild Atlantic coast roars against rocky shores, a reminder of France's untamed spirit. France's magic lies in its contrasts, in the way a single day can carry you from an ornate palace to a bustling street market, from the hushed reverence of a Gothic cathedral to the laughter spilling from a riverside cafe. It's a country that can be sophisticated and rustic, grand and intimate, all at once. Every region has its own voice, yet together they harmonize into a melody that is unmistakably French. The people, too, are part of this story. From Parisian artists sketching in the shadow of Montmartre Sacré, Coeur, to Provençal farmers proudly offering their harvest at a Sunday market, the French share a love for life's simple yet profound pleasures. A glass of wine savored slowly, a conversation that stretches late into the night, a sunset enjoyed in silence. As your journey comes to its end, you carry with you more than photographs or souvenirs. You carry the memory of light shimmering on the Seine at twilight, the scent of fresh bread in the morning air, the way history and modern life coexist so effortlessly here. France leaves you with a quiet yearning not just to return, but to live with that same passion for beauty, culture, and meaning that defines this place. And so, as you take one last look across a French landscape, be it a rolling vineyard, a medieval town, or a sunlit coast, you understand why this country has inspired poets, painters, and dreamers for centuries. France is not merely a wonder of the world, it is a wonder of the soul. And its story, once it touches you, never truly ends. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed exploring Prague as much as I enjoyed guiding you through it. If you found this travel guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more beautiful destinations from around the world. Got a favorite spot in Prague? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, safe travels and see you in the next video.